The holidays, love to see them come and love to see them go. What's up, everybody? Mike with Cleveland Cutting Board and Furniture Company. Time for what I would normally say weekend shop update, but it's turning into your monthly shop update. But that's going to change real soon. So anyway, here was what's going on. I survived the holidays for the first time in I can't tell you how long. I was actually not working until midnight on Christmas Eve getting orders done. I had all my guaranteed delivery orders done by, I think, 2 or 3 days before Christmas. So I was able to get some extra things done that weren't guaranteed and out. So that was always a great feeling. Making people's gifts arrive on time is awesome. So I do still have a few boards that were ordered there. In the last week of Christmas, all those orders that came in after the deadline, I gave them a call and said, hey, I'm going to try. Everyone was super cool. They understood. So I've got 3 or 4 boards now that are holiday gifts that people said there was no rush on. But I spent today working on those amongst other things. So I will have those out this week for those guys. So, and then I got some more board orders here in the last few days that are, it's back to the 3 to 5 week wait for a custom cutting board. With that being said, I do have a lot of boards in stock. A few stock boards. I have a real nice 16 by 24 cherry edge grain juice grooves. I got a couple more cherry boards there. So I have a lot of custom boards as well. I've got some bottle openers left over from the holidays. I got some charcuterie boards left over from the holidays, serving boards, bottle openers, a lot of cups, a lot of custom engraved cups. I just did some, not custom engraved, I just did some of my top sellers and had them out and sold them as the holidays got closer. I have a few left over. So if you're looking for a gift for that person, you went, oh shit, I forgot to buy for Uncle Joe. Let me know. I got some stuff in stock we can get ready for you within a very short lead time on the stock items. Whether it be a cup or a board or something along those lines. Have a handful of cocktail smokers left as well. So sold a lot of those. I think I sold 25, 30 cocktail smokers throughout the holidays. A couple of big orders of 5 or 6, a lot of single orders. But yeah, those are a hot seller as well. Grill scrapers, sold a lot of grill scrapers. I have 4 or 5 of those left in stock. So if you're looking for that gift, I still have stuff available. So let's see what else. I did some, as I said before, I did some custom stuff. Here is a lacewood charcuterie board I made. I'm sorry, a lacewood serving board. I had some offcuts from another project, so I put this together. I made 2. I got 1 left. EGA tray. One of my favorite Marines, his son reached out and said, hey, I need a tray for my dad with the Eagle Globe and Anchor on it. Badass Vietnam vet. Still kicking, kicking ass, taking names. Awesome guy. So looking forward to getting that to him. I got an order for 30 servings boards. Cypress is a company, I think they're out of Bay Village. They're based out of Northern Ohio. He had a great guy. He reached out to me and asked, he needed 30 gifts to give to, I'm not sure if it was clients or employees or it was corporate gifts. He ordered 30, got those to him in time. Looking forward to working with him in the future and some other projects. So cool guy and was really appreciative of that work. Oh boy, one of my favorite hamburger joints over in Elyria, Ohio. Oh boy, known the family for 20 plus years, great people. First time I sailed on a sailboat was with this crew. But they have a restaurant over in Elyria called the Oh Boy. If you want a good old school, just, nothing fancy, just a great burger. And I mean, good food all the way around. Check out Oh Boy, but they ordered cups for all their employees with the logo on one side and all the employee names on the other. So I got those knocked out and got picked up. So that was in time by Christmas, luckily. I don't know why I said luckily, but it got done. My very, very good buddy, Frank. Frank is a woodworker as well. He had made a table for someone in his family, and he asked if I could laser engrave the top of it with a couple, is it the Navy and the CIA or Navy? It's right here, whatever it was. Yeah, Frank's one of my best friends. He asked, and of course, whatever he needs, I'm definitely going to help him with. So got that done. Curly ambrosia maple, really cool wood. It's one of those things that you don't know what it is until you cut it down and see if it's got that cool look into it. So yeah, Frank is really becoming a good woodworker. Table turned out awesome. Got a surprise call from a former coworker from a couple years ago, 2 years ago almost. I worked, and my friend Jillian called and said, hey, remember me? I said, of course, one of my favorite coworkers when I worked there. She said, hey, we're the owner, Terry, who's an awesome lady, a real who's who in the construction industry, especially here in Northern Ohio, really broke the barrier, broke the mold as far as women in the industry. Terry is awesome. I have a lot of respect for her. I really enjoyed working for Terry. but they were celebrating her 30th anniversary in business with Regency Construction. So Jillian and I went back and forth. She had a couple ideas. They wanted to do a special gift for her. Terry likes wine like we all do, and I came up working with Jillian, this design here. It was a mahogany wine box that held 3 bottles of wine. Each bottle of wine came from each decade that she was in business. Then we custom laser engraved the front. Jillian's crew over at Regency came up with this design. I laser engraved it. I made the box. All it's all. I recessed all the joinery was custom. It's one of those projects I wish I had a week longer to work on. It was one of those things that was right in the middle of my holiday rush. I really wanted to get involved with it. I wish I had had longer to do. I would have loved to have done like some more fancier joinery. I did what I had time to. So she posted these pictures. Great crew over there. If you are in the industry and you're looking for a general contractor for some commercial work, I would recommend Regency for sure. So got that done and delivered. Let's see. This is one of the cool cutting boards I made this year. Just dropped something. Hold on. Talk about this in a minute. A guy out of Pittsburgh area called me up. Pretty cool kid, younger guy, young man. He said, "Hey, I really like the brick pattern cutting boards you've done. Can you make me one?" He had within his, I think it was 16 by 24. He wanted walnut with cherry wood ingrained mortar. Hike my britches up. So I got that done for him. I think he wanted an excuse. Was it Schwinson's Burgers? I forget what it was. He said I said, "I can ship it to you." He goes, "Nope. My girlfriend and I want to drive up and get it because we love Schwinson's Burgers. We're going to stop and have a burger on the way to pick it up." So that was cool meeting him. It always sucks though, because I always feel bad when people drive from far away to pick up a product. I was just super busy at the time. I would love to spend a few more minutes with him while I was here visiting, but I was just so slammed at that time. So got that out the door, which is really happy. Let's see, these here, my good friend Todd. I don't know, man, me and Todd, we have some stories we could tell, but we won't incriminate ourselves. Todd reached out to me and said, "Hey, I have a firearm that's a family heirloom. It's got these cheesy, cheap plastic grips. Can you make some custom grips?" So I took the stock grips, which are right here somewhere. I traced them out. I created a pattern. I input that into my handheld CNC router, and I cut these guys out. I found some nice air-dried Clara walnut. These, once they get some oil on them, the grain's really going to pop. I'm going to do a laser engraving on here. I'm working on that design. I'm going to finalize that tonight and get these engraved and out the door ASAP. For Todd, Todd's also very understanding. These should have been done a month ago, to be honest with you, but it just one of those little things. To do something like this is a totally different setup as far as a shop. I have to get out separate tools that are not tools I normally use for cutting board production. So now that's all done. I got these cut. I got them cut a few days ago. Today's the first day I've been able to get back on them. But yeah, so I'm gonna get the laser engraving done on these, if not tonight, tomorrow, and get all the edges knocked off. You gotta do all that. The CNC cuts the shape, but now I have to do everything by hand as far as finishing it up. So yes, Clara walnut pistol grips. Bottle openers. I made a ton of bottle openers. These were great stocking stuffers. I did everything from walnut and cherry and maple. I did a couple sapele ones. Turned out awesome. I got a handful, I think 2 or 3 left. These can be as theirs, they can be laser engraved. So if you're looking for a last minute gift, these are great for just to give to someone and say, "Hey, you're a cool dude and whatever, here's a gift for you." So let's see. Furniture lead time. I am going to be starting here sometime in January, probably late January. I am building a dining room table for my buddy out in Huron. I think it's going to, I know it's his first dining room, and I think it's, he'll have to quote me on it. He'll have to remind me when you see this, Dustin, text me, but I think we're looking at around 16 feet, 14 feet long dining room table, custom for his dining room. So we'll be getting set up and start working on that here sometime in late January. Yeah, really excited about starting that. The wood is already, I got the wood all staged. It's ready to go through. I've already started picking through the pieces. Get the nice, perfect top going for it. The wood all came from his property. He had it cut. I'm not sure if he cut it down or someone else cut it down, but we had a sawyer come out and take it, slab the woods, dry it. It's been dried for a few years now, so really looking forward to getting in that. What else? So over the holiday, here's a kind of a cool list I started. everyone that ordered a cutting board, here are the places out of Ohio. I got a cutting board order for Nebraska. I got a cutting board order for Louisiana, Arizona, Florida, California, Maine, and Virginia are all orders I got from people who just found me online or through word of mouth. So that is pretty freaking awesome. So one of my thoughts is to make a map that shows all the different cutting boards I've shipped over the years and just kind of make sure. I think I've just about hit every state. I know I've shipped to Hawaii, I know I've shipped to Alaska, and I'm pretty sure I've shipped to just about all the states. So I think Connecticut, I don't know. I'm just trying, my brain's kind of going nuts right now. So it's been a crazy day. So anyway, I really am dedicated to getting back into doing these videos. I went and bought a new computer. My old laptop was great. There was nothing wrong with it. The problem was I had upgraded to a more professional editing software called Final Cut Pro. I put that on my old laptop, and even though the laptop was fine, it wasn't designed for that kind of software. So it just took forever to edit videos. Where I went and bought a new one. They were on sale. It was an unexpected. It was a. I don't know. I wasn't ready to buy a new computer, but I was there buying my wife a Christmas gift and said, "Oh, look, they're on sale. Let me spend a shit ton of money on a new laptop." So I can start editing these videos again and putting these videos together. I have a lot of project ideas, video-wise, for the upcoming year. I'm looking forward to getting back into that. I've been doing my little shorts on my phone just to kind of keep people, remind them who I am. So that's been exciting. But a lot of great projects coming up. I've been talking to a lot of people. I have the big dining room table for my buddy Dustin. I've got another coffee table project I was called about just recently. Going to meet with them this week. A couple of dining room tables. People are all, they're all in that they're thinking now about tax return season come, a few months. So yeah, the only way to get on that list is we got to get together now and get a deposit now that locks your space. I've had people call me and I say, well, it's going to be 4 months. And then they call me back in 4 months and go, okay, can we get our table made? I go, no, now it's another 6 months because you got to get a deposit to get on the list. Yes, I think that makes sense. But anyway, so 2025, a lot of cool things coming up. I have a big announcement I'll be making sometime in January. We're really excited about that, as well as I have some new equipment I'm researching. I'm looking at getting a new bandsaw. My bandsaw I have now is fine for a hobbyist woodworker. So if you're looking for a bandsaw, this one will be for sale soon. I've got it pulled out from the wall. I've been wiping it down, getting it ready to sell. I'll be talking to my buddies, the guy I buy my tools from, about I want to get a nice heavy-duty bandsaw, something I can recut wood with. Yeah. Doors closing. Yeah, so looking forward to that. Also, I've been experimenting with, so I do make mistakes, more than I'd hate to admit, more than I'd like to admit, whatever. So a lot of times when I make a mistake on a Yeti, maybe the machine skips or I spell something wrong or something happens, I have an abundance of Yetis. So one thing I'm working on right now is I've been experimenting with taking the Yeti, sanding off there's a chemical process you can do to take off the powder coating, sanding it down, and then using resin to the cups are still fine, but mixing around with some resin. So here's a little video of what I'm working on. My favorite color right now is blue. So here's what I'm working on, is an experimental piece. What I do is I put it on the lathe. I scruff it up with 80 grit sandpaper once I remove all the powder coating. That applies some grit to it. And then I've been putting on the lathe, letting it spin slowly, and then brushing on, pouring on and smoothing out the resin with the color in it. And the reason why it spins like that real slow is so that the resin, if you just put the resin on and set it, it would all drip off one side. So by spinning it real slow, it keeps it even. So I've seen some done online. There's a machine you can buy to rotate it, but I have a lathe. So anyway, so I got that. That's one thing I'm working on this year. I have a number of new projects new products I'm experimenting with right now. I have dedicated some time next month in January, which is my slow season, January, February. We are not going on a dive trip this year. We're staying home because of some other things we have going on. So the website is in dire needs of updating. So I've even debated on hiring somebody because I'm a dumb woodworker, not a website designer, which you can tell by my existing website. But my existing website is outdated, as well as I just need to put on some cocktail smokers and the grill scrapers, all the other things that have been big sellers. I need to get those on there. So I am going to be working on the website, especially now that I have the new laptop. But anyway, big things coming in 2025. Thank you to everyone who's been supportive, especially during the holiday seasons. It's what makes me do what I love to do. I think that's right. I like doing this shit, and thanks to you guys, I get to do as much as I'd like. So keep the projects coming. If you have any ideas, I love when people call me and say, hey, Mike, I got an idea for something. Let's see if we can build it. You know, I'm working on a project right now for my buddy John. John owns Dovin Funeral Homes, and I have a project right there. It's about 70% complete. We're making some stands for coffins. Never in a million years have I ever thought of it. John reached out to me, and he's been very patient as well because we started this project back in the late summer, and then the winter hit. So I've got it. I got all the pieces made. It's a matter of the joinery and things like that. So yeah, so I'm working on these stands for John. That was a project that's came out of nowhere. The box for Regency Construction. Stuff like that I really, really like. So anyway, I am rambling now. I'm going to leave you with, now, dumb shit people say to small business owners. I had a lady call me from out of town saying she wanted to place an order, but she thought the shipping costs were expensive. I said, well, ma'am, you're shipping here. She was in out west somewhere. It was a 16 by 24 bore. I think it was like 15 pounds. Shipping was around 40 bucks. She goes, by the time I spend 40 bucks on the shipping plus the cost of the product, I can just buy one here. Okay, sure, I understand shipping costs are. I lose a couple bucks on shipping because I'm charging you just for the cost of shipping. I'm not charging you for the box. $2, $3 per around $2 a box. The bubble wrap is one of those things. All the time I used to be a kid and pop bubble wrap, kicking myself in the ass now. In fact, if you have some bubble wrap left over and you're in the Northern Ohio area, if you have a big bag, especially the large cell bubble wrap, let me know. I'd love to take it off your hands for you. Obviously, before the kids pop it. Packing tape, the time to drive back and forth to the shipping, those things add up. Is it a lot? No. But if you figure packing, bubble wrap, you figure $5, we'll say $5 to package something up, I'm losing $5-ish on each package I have to ship. I don't mind that. But when you're complaining to me because you live across the country, and I appreciate the business, but I can't absorb that much of the cost. There's not much of a discount I can give on shipping. So I wish there was. Hopefully in the near future, I'll be able to produce products cheaper and help with that cost. But right now, don't blame the small business because shipping costs are what they are. I don't mark up shipping. I put the weight and all the information into the website. When you order online, it calculates that, and that shipping is calculated per. I prefer UPS. Sometimes I've had to use the Postal Service because of where people live, but I charge what my cost is for the shipping part. I don't charge for the packing and all the other stuff. So anyway, all those costs add up for a small business, so be understanding when you order something. So everyone have a great week. I am looking forward to getting back into the shop now that things are back to normal. I've got plenty of work to keep me busy, but I have a nice pace. So, and I don't work night shift anymore, so that makes a big difference. So everyone have a great week, and I will talk to you hopefully next week.